Heyo! So today's video is long awaited by no one in particular apart from myself. But I will be reviewing the XP Pen Artist 16, which I was second edition, which I was able to get on sale for Comic Con, which I was so excited about because I need a new drawing tablet. So I was so excited to do a little video for you, and here you can see me unboxing everything. It's got like this 3-part lead which causes problems later, but anyway, with my deal I was able to get the stand for free with it as a free gift, which I am in love with. Like, it's so handy. I can also put my sketchbook on it and stuff. Because I'm super tall, I have back problems, and anything that can aid that with my drawing helps. Here's a little bit of ASMR for you. Okay. I'm gonna be so real. I'm quite unhappy with certain areas of this, so we're gonna go through that while I draw a project for school, for uni, and basically building some modular assets for an environment inspired by the game Chants of Sanaa, which shout out to Secret Sleepover Society for introducing me to the beautiful artwork of that game. So yeah, you'll see me drawing that, and yeah, let's get into it. I basically went through a journey and a half creating this video, and I was really excited, thinking yeah, I get to do a review, say how great it is. But I'm honestly so disappointed. Like, the setup for this, and I will say, disclaimer, I am not a tech person, so maybe there's just bits that I don't know, or maybe I'm being dumb and I'm missing key aspects that other people would be able to sort out easier. Starting from the jump, you can definitely tell that there is a lot of lag between my pen and where the cursor is. Maybe from the camera it kind of looks like parallax, but I mean, when I have played around with it, I see that there is little to no parallax, which is great. But I don't really get to enjoy those benefits because every time I plug it in, there's just a new problem. And again, I'm sure it's a me problem. Please sound off in the comments if you know how to fix it. Tell me if I'm an idiot. Tell me I need it, because there's just always a problem. So I have a MacBook Pro, which means there are no USB connections. There's 2 USB-C ports, and I have an adapter which has a HDMI cord and 4 USB entry points. So I'm like, okay, cool. HDMI, we have that. USBs, we have that. But the cord that they give us is weirdly short for the HDMI, and then everything else connects to all these different places. And it just doesn't seem feasible. And I'm sure there are other cords that I can buy on Amazon, but I'd like to avoid that, because now I just have a wire that I can't use. And alternatively, I could use my computer, but that would require me to put a HDMI into the screen, which is way far away from the computer, to plug everything else in. And it just feels like they didn't think everything through. Or at the very least, it does not appeal to my setup, and it frustrates me quite a lot. Another issue that I came across is that every time I tried to plug it in, I would get a message on the driver app that would say, please plug in your device. But I'm like, it is plugged in and turned on, and the pen works, and the display is sharing. So, like, what are you talking about? So, I re downloaded drivers like multiple times, pretty much every driver there is on the website. I downloaded them, tried them out, and it would be like, oh, it doesn't work at all now. Or it would be like, oh, it works, but the pen is lagging, insanely lagging. And that was like the main problem when I landed on a driver that finally worked, is that the cursor would always default to the top left hand corner, which meant that no matter where I pressed on the screen, it would always go there. And with the driver software has something adjacent to a calibration process, although I feel like they could do a little bit better. But like that wasn't working at all. I tried every possible hack and cheat that I found on YouTube, on their own website, on Google, like everywhere, and no one could fix it. And I again restarted my driver and I managed to get the cursor to be a centimeter away from the pen. And this was like 3 days in from me just simply trying to get the tablet to work, that I was like, frick it, I'm just gonna use it like this. I gave up. I felt so defeated. And so that's what we're working with in this video, as you can see. And at the start, I'm obviously still finding my way around the controls and using the like buttons on the side, which is something that I never really used on my Cintiq or my Wacom tablet, sorry. I would usually use my keyboard for shortcuts, and then the two buttons on my pen would be for like zooming in, zooming out, an eraser type thing. And I do like having these handy shortcut buttons, but I just need to build the muscle memory for it now, I think. After about like half an hour of working on this drawing, I got into my flow and I was able to relieve myself of the tension and the frustration that had built up with the driver installation and all of that. And I found a workflow that worked for me with my lagging pen. And it was starting to work again. I really, really like the shortcut buttons and I like how easy it is to reprogram them. I also really like the pen. I've been using an Apple Pen on my iPad and I really don't like it. I suppose I could have bought some like new pen nibs that have like the bounce to it or like a finer tip to feel like a real pen, because I really don't like the default stylus nib that it has. Um, but I think that may be in part due to me being used to my Wacom tablet pen. And I just like that this tablet allows me to have a halfway point between the screenless tablet and also using my iPad when I can see exactly what I'm doing. I love Clip Studio Paint way more than I love Procreate. So being able to use that now in more confidence is very, very helpful. Although with all of this faffing around, it reset my Clip Studio. So I was basically relearning how to use that again too, and I haven't used it in maybe 5 months. Um, so I think a lot of my frustration has been piled up from different directions. And the tablet itself, if it were working properly, is great. I'm really happy with it. I really, really love the size. My laptop is a lot smaller. And again, I have back issues. I wear glasses. So it's nice to not have to like squint and move up super close to a screen just to get my work done. With the stand and the huge sturdy screen, I'm able to kind of move around, move myself around, and not have to zoom so much and not have to get way too close. I really love that I was able to get the tablet in this cute mint green color. There was an option to get a blue and a pink and a normal black or gray, if I remember correctly. And I'm so glad that I managed to get the green because I rarely ever get the chance to get the special edition colors for things. I really like how it comes with a screen protector that's almost like a paper-like feel. And I also have found that I use it as an extended screen for when I'm just watching YouTube. Um, when I have like a lunch break, I'll put YouTube on my laptop and then it like came up on the screen and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot it does that. And that was fun because once again, a bigger screen is always better. Overall, I can't say that I am okay. I'm very disappointed and I'm not really sure what to do. And in the process, I spent a lot of time wondering whether or not I should send it back and get a Huey on tablet, for example, or an actual Cintiq. Um, but I decided to push through because I actually wanted to do a real review for you guys. Um, and yeah, I wasn't gonna sweet talk it. Like this was real. It was really horrible to work with. I really would like the driver software to be easier to use and maybe have a little bit more features for troubleshooting. I also wish that they considered a longer wire. I've heard that there is a way to use a USB-C to USB-C port as long as um, the port is enables HDMI, which is something that I might invest in the future. Hopefully that makes it easier. Um, but yeah, I am happy to have a drawing tablet at least. My old one really wasn't working for me. I'm going to play around with this a little bit more to try and make it work for me because I do have some really fun ideas that I want to do for the Eclipse project soon, hoping to make some webtoon content. And it would just be really nice to be able to work on Clip Studio with a big screen. So maybe you'll see that coming. And for sure, I will update you guys with my process with getting this to work and kind of just getting used to using it. But yeah, thank you for listening. Please like, if only as a gesture to soothe my sanity. And I will be back on track with posting every 2 weeks. I do have some exciting videos coming up. So yeah, please stay safe and enjoy this artwork that I've made. Anyway, bye.